Hi there, my name is Nadja Nabbie, and I will be reading for you my story, The Valley of the Shadow. It's part of my 10-story manuscript entitled The Soul of a Storm. The storm behests as the Valley of the Shadow opens. Esme walks, guided by a powerful force that commands her to stay strong as she passes the cackling of beasts and the hissing of snakes about her on the ground. She trudges over thick roots and the entwining bramble, through the underbelly of branches and the scent of mud. The whispering surrounds her. "Never mind it," a female voice commands. Esme stops, searches for the source of darkness's tone. She moves and takes a deep breath even when thorns prick into the undersides of her feet, and walks even more strong in the power of the force leading her to step into the muddiness of the bank and then into the glowing blue water. At her feet, voices gather. Their talk splash against her calves. They rush to call her name, racing to welcome her, embrace her in the happiness of a reunion. Esme is flooded for a brief moment, becoming happy, laughing and spinning in the magnificence. It's the first time in months she's felt any sort of joy, and it scares her to the point that she feels paralyzed and begins to rumble into streaming tears. "No," they tell her, "stop. Feel the joy. You have to release the fear. You have to let go in order for us to get to you." They tickle about her legs and in between her toes. They sing to her sweetly, and in their peaceful lead, Esme allows herself to surrender as she tumbles in the wave taking her over. You must learn to use this. Access your own power against him. What? What power is that? The one you are using now. Your own power that he wields against you. I don't understand. A soft flutter on the water. The voices come closer to answer. It's how he built this, all this, on us. Our power. Yours too, if you don't do anything about it. Me? Why me? She struggles to understand her place in all of this. It's not you only, it's all of us too. We all have the power, but we lost it. You will too. Soon. That's why you've got to do something about it before that happens. We found a way for you to bring us back, to fight against him. I don't understand. We're all special. That's why he chooses us. Do you think your wanting to come here was your choice? He had been seeking you out long before, planting the idea in your head, the tales you listened to, the dreams you dreamt. For weeks before you met him, he had been cunningly suggesting it in subtle ways, impressing it all slowly into your psyche so that you would think that you chose this, so that you would live in the guilt and never stand up against him with the power. Esme shudders as the water rolls around her feet. The power is still strong within you. He fears you, so he uses fear to control you. But you must seize control. It will be fine. He won't be able to stand up to us. It will be too much for him. I can't. You have to. It is our only chance. Esme tumbles and tosses in the fits. When she awakens, she's drenched in bed. She searches the room for the children, but no one is there. And instead she hears the sound of the roll call, the roaring of Vance's voice hollering for the children. She moves quickly outside and shuffles down the corridor to the room with the rest of them. Her breath plops heavily out of her as Vance pulls Celine and strips and readies himself into position. He looks about the room. When he begins trusting the other children shudder, they slip away into loneliness. Esme crumbles. Her feet falter as she goes down too, and there, in the depths of her despair, she realizes she has nothing to lose. She's lost it all already. It's all gone. Whether she wants to believe it or not, the Esme she once knew is gone. And so too seems any chance of ever seeing her father, her grandmother, Sheba, and the schoolgirls. She may fail. She may lose her life for this. But what else is there now? She stands tall, stands up, feels the fear rise and then straightens her back in the surge rushing through her. She releases it. Get down! Get back in position, he yells at her. She doesn't budge. She doesn't even flinch. He screams at her, casts Celine aside, comes forward off the bed. She firms her fists and watches him, her eyes reddening with rage. Just then, all the doors rush open and in comes the river of voices and the spirit of the lost children gathering like an army with Esme at the forefront, sounding a shrill battle cry, tongue screaming rage, blood. Thank you. That was my story. I hope you enjoyed it and enjoy the rest of Campus Literature Week.